Hey, Todd. Hello, Drifter. Hey, all. The Southern 5000 on the dinner train. Valentine's weekend. TVRM. Hello, Jesse!
departure from entry. Out. Brake lights fully charged. Out. Conscious ready. Full back protection. Out. 8, 5. A zero speed transponder. Conscious ready. Full back protection. Out. NS 8, 5, 1. A zero speed transponder. Counter. Conscious ready. Full back protection. On. Out. Honda, Pacific. Wait for the clear up. Wind up right now. We reset, it's gonna drop them all. I'll let you know. You guys, boys, I want. We're plugging forward here. Shop. Another came around and went in number 4. 4 switched to again. It's going to take that power to shop. Yeah, it's against you right now. There, 45. 45, hey, go all the way down south end of that egg. Stand by. All the way to the south end. The way in Memphis. We got 15 minutes of work. Really good going. Good, 9:15. My bad, 9:15. Alright. Yeah, we'll just let the one guys get out of the way and then you guys take a shot.
Everybody, welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee, to the south end of the Debutts Yard. And yes, we are excited on this Valentine's weekend. Y'all just heard Southern 5000 from TVRM taking the dinner train back to Grand Junction. There goes goes the Dodge that we just watched a moment ago. But the dinner train running along Hoaxquaw on its way back with all those fun people on. Engineer Mr. Gordon in charge of that train tonight with his incredible staff. If you have never ridden on TVRM and experienced their food, do not hesitate to hurry up and do that. All right, why are we here? Well, we like nights. Jesse was bored. He couldn't sleep. Y'all know Jesse, Whistleboard Productions. He couldn't sleep, so he said, hey, Mike, let me help you stay young. Let me keep you up till midnight like you used to do. And rather than go to the pool hall or the bar or a movie or whatever, coming up on midnight. But he said, we are going to chase NS1231, the Atlanta. Painted up in the OCS colors, recently released and on the rails, on its way to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he is going to terminate right here, right there, before he goes back. But I tell you what, we got a locomotive, just turned lights on. I think Lucas pointed out, I know there's a bunch of you on. Thank you, everybody, for being on. I think he mentioned, hey, there's somebody to the left coming. So let's see who it is. He just threw his lights on, so Lucas was right. Here we go. I'll chat with y'all after bed. If it's your first time, please be part of the evening. Have fun. Ask questions. We don't know an answer. We'll get Todd to research it, or John. And I've got right beside me, Jesse, somebody that's on this chat will know an answer. And if we exhaust everybody's ideas, then we'll make up an answer for you. But by golly, you're going to get an answer. So if it's your first time, please just be part of the family. Enjoy the show. We are live. If Jesse hits me with a rock, I'm going to tell you, ouch. And it's going to happen 6 to 8 seconds. So y'all watch out for me, and y'all watch out for Jesse and I. Y'all have a good time with us. Grab a beverage. We think within the next 90 minutes we'll see 1231, but we are only guessing. So if you guys are up at 10 Bridge, or where is everybody tonight, let us know so you can keep us posted. But we are waiting for NS Train 123 to arrive here at the Debutts Yard. So let's see what we got going on here. Stinky Pete out of the box. Ay, ay, ay. Hold your noses. Woo! Stinky Pete on a Friday night. That's a way to interrupt Valentine's weekend. Y'all named him Stinky Pete because he's a trash hauling train. A lot of trash. And if you haven't heard, 1231 is leading, and behind him is a KCS locomotive, and they've got a bulldozer with them. How cool is that? Locomotive 4791 in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Just pulling up. We're assuming he's going to be a terminating train here. Don't know for sure. Doing some stepping today.
And rum. Go ahead. Just go to his aid where y'all at. We're soft. Okay. Yeah, you can hit on it. Let's see what's done. Alright. Fire, call that fuel rack over.
they're going to have him do is dismount from that locomotive and verify that the fuel rack rated the fuel rack. You can see the conductor there on the ground, verifying that the derail, which is yellow in color, and the blue marker that flashes is on the right-hand side. So the engineer can see it. Okay, our conductor's back on board. They have verified the derail is down, so they may continue.
How are you out on the fuel level? This Levo's got 570 on the fuel. Yeah.
And there are two tracks that bend back to the fuel rack, because you heard them obtain permission to first go past the derail, the stop point, and they are reversing back. Those locomotives will bear off to your left as they roll back to the fuel rack. Well, hello, lookout. Good to have you on, Barry. Thanks for joining us tonight. All right. fly real fanning so much fun. It's like buying Cracker Jacks.
Put a handbrake on, you can run it.
The Colt. And there goes Get Outdoors Colt's Sausages. Yes, that is Stinky Pete over there on the far side. By surprise, me too, zeroed in too close. I was affixed on the lead locomotive and didn't see the second one.
Well, what's funny is I noticed it about the same time you did, because I was looking through I was trying to make sure everything was lined up the way I wanted it, and then it's like, oh wait.
Not sure if that one was pick or pig. You all decide which that was. For this fuel rack call. As you can see, the blue light still flashing, indicating that the derail is still up. Pretty soon we'll see the conductor come down and ground verify. Oh, Lucas, we got the big lens on, so when they're that close, that's as far out as I can do it. We'll have to switch lens when the Atlanta gets here for close in.
That was perfect for me. I was messing with the camera settings and I got the focuses right, the light settings were right.
Jesse used the word perfect for him as he works with his new camera settings and new camera knowledge and new camera and new everything. But yes, we have the right now the long range lens on, so consequently anything close is exactly what it is. Close. There you can see the conductor is down on the ground verifying that the derails will be down, or the derail will be down before that locomotive can proceed. So let's see when the blue light goes off and listen to the conversation.
I say 45, that late engine now.
They do that with the Atlanta.
What was that?
That'll be perfect. Right there.
Can you call ahead and make arrangements?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Put them on. Fuel rack track on the Please, the captain. Just throw you a t-shirt.
And y'all, if we throw him a t-shirt, it's going to have to either be extra large, 3X, or 4X, because that's all we have. All right, blue light still flashing. Derail still up. I am behind on the checks, but I will get caught up with y'all here in a moment. But while we have the action, let's listen to it. CSX sneaking through over there on the far side.
Stinky Pete giving us a little window.
Stinky Pete giving us a little stink. That's what Stinky Pete's doing.
Well, at least it isn't hot.
El Stinkaruna. That is the CSX pass-through track.
Burlington Northern Hopper. Will not reach.
CSX, defect detector.
Not being
Post
enough.
133. Niner. No defects. No defects. Total axle 3. Niner 2. Of transmission.
Can't pick it up.
Can't pick it up in that little hole. Yeah.
Get right, line up and play lead. Give me a bad order out and then.
Little squeaky wheel action over there.
Leave whenever you're ready.
Oh, Mama Bear. Like I said, I am way behind on the chat, y'all. My apologies. But I will get caught up with y'all here in a moment.
good taxi. 340.
That's a pretty picture. Is that yours? Oh, love. It's, you can tell it's a long exposure because both of the lights are lit up.
Mm-hmm.
So they took the picture when they were changing. So it had both of the lights on the picture at the same time.
And back to our train. Headed to, or waiting to, go back to the fuel rack. That's why they're in a hurry to get past the stinky train, because he is loaded to the gills with trash from the New England states, hauled all the way down past Tara and Eugene and all the rest of you in Virginia on its way to Alabama. There's a video out there that's about the yard where it goes, the company that handles all that and what they do with it and how it's handled. It's really, really interesting. But I would not want to live anywhere downwind of that facility. speaking of the derail, blue light is off.
We've got 2 more engines coming out of the fuel rack.
And in case you did not hear Jesse, we have 2 locomotives, it looks like he said, that appear to be coming from the fuel rack. So Todd, as y'all just saw him bend from the left, they do come out the way they go in sometimes. So we've got 1 awaiting to go in. As y'all see, the blue light is off. That means the derail is down. And he is clear to proceed once the fuel rack supervisor says, come on in. According to the MiFi, we are running at maximum capacity of 5 GUC for y'all tonight. Although I see we do have, every now and then, a little bit of that circular motion. And for those of you that have not been with us before, we are live right here in the Chattanooga Debutts yard. What you see occurs between 6 and 8 seconds before you see it. So as we had talked earlier, when we were on the cliff, if Jesse pushes me over, you'll hear me going 6 to 8 seconds later, ah, to the bottom. And then you all call for help. And make sure you all tell Jesse, bad Jesse for pushing Mike.
But Jesse would never do such a thing. Jesse might have almost fallen off the cliff. But that's another story.
And that is Locomotive 7765 there in front of us. And as you heard, Jesse said, nope, I would not. So there you go. Now sneaking up behind. Wow. He looks like he's on the same track, but I'm going to guess that is an optical illusion. But y'all decide if he does not look like he's about to hook up. It's Friday date night. I swear he's on the same track. I know he is. The car man is letting the air out of that parked train over there that you hear that ka-choosh. It's not us doing the gasser thing, and it's not gas coming out of Stinky Pete. It is the airline for the cars that are off to your right. But yes, those are back-to-back locomotives there. Looks like we have a total of 4. You're right, Tony. He would go crazy and then push me. That's exactly right. That's the only way it would happen. I can see the headlines now on Rail News. YouTuber goes crazy, pushes other person off cliff. Headlines.
I do believe they are now going to become 4.
Really?
And you're right, Todd. It is an interesting event. And you and Jesse and I just did the math. 2 by 2 is Whoa, a 4. So we have a trio now. Quartet?
Yeah, if you want.
All right, I've been corrected. We have a quartet now.
Trio is 3.
Trio to me was just a whole bunch of locomotives. But since, just like last night that happened, we are cutting the technicalities, we are going with a quartet of locomotives now. And I'm going to guess that could be a PTI car that is pulled up to get everybody. And look at the psychedelic red dots that you guys have everywhere. No, he is stopping.
Are those your plates?
Next to the truck.
Yeah. They flashed the lights at you.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, when they came by, I waved at it. I think it's the same too.
And I can't quite tell. At first I thought that was the Kubota, but I do not believe that is a Kubota behind him.
I think it is.
You think it is? It looks like it's a small white vehicle.
No, it's got like a canopy over it. It's a Kubota.
Maybe it's a golf cart.
Yeah.
All right, and there's the new safety procedures that you see in place. They are required to put a cone in front and behind of the car to raise awareness of what is around them. Although car 20 or truck 26 looks a little bit different. It's like a veterinarian truck. It comes all the way back. If we hear him call 26, that'll be. Stinky Pete still on the sideline, I guess, while we're watching this. He's going to go through and get these locomotives ready to depart. So we're just going to kind of watch this. You're going to see everything going on. And then I'll catch up with you on the chat. In the meantime, I'll just jump on and text with y'all. There goes the cone truck. One cone in the back, one cone in the front. There goes Stinky Pete. much going on so close, we are going to do a quick lens change. Y'all bear with me a moment. You're right, Lucas. Headlight from the left corner, and we think this could be our Atlanta. Woo! Let's see before I get excited, but we changed lens just in time. NS Train 123 possibly on the way behind these 4 locomotives coming our way. So let's see who pops out here on the other side. Bye, Mama Bear. Have a fantastic night. Bye, Nate. You're gonna miss 123 NS123 with the Atlanta OCS color scheme. 1231 we think is in the yard. Jesse's gonna check it out. Everybody came down and serviced these locomotives, so they are ready to depart. BNSF 7765. A little buffering there.
on the far side. Full train. I thought you were further down.
Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to yell. I thought Jesse was further down.
Well, he was. Until he wasn't.
Sure where our headlight disappeared to that was way down there. Right. On the side of this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is here. That is the conductor for 123. Wow, how fast was that? He literally pulled in, dropped on the other side of these 4 locomotives, moved forward, reversed back, got authorization, and he is already back to the fuel racks. Whoa! You talk about giddy up! really been action-packed tonight. Oh my goodness. It has just been, since we turned the camera on, first of all, we already got something coming in. Ever since we got the camera turned on, it's been nonstop. If you all weren't with us earlier today, we had the eco units. We had all kinds of stuff from up on Coffey's Cliff. It was a fantastic day. And then we went, got everything recharged, came on down to the south end. If it's your first time with us, thanks for being here on Rail Moments. It has been really cool. Train NS123 bringing the Atlanta to us. Locomotive 1231 here at the south end of the Debutts yard. And we have had PTI cars, we have had Stinky Pete, we've had coal trains, we have had just absolutely one of everything tonight. I am so far behind on the chat. Jesse from Whistleboard Productions is here with us. And my apologies that I haven't been on. But like I said, there's just been so much going on everywhere. I keep my eye on my, to my right, we've got a light down that way. Let's see what's going to go on with it. But like I said, I'm way back. I just want to take a moment and regroup here with y'all. And like I said, it's been a crazy busy night. Todd, as always, it's great to have you back. Hello, Steve, how are you tonight? Good to have you on. Stevie, good to see you again. Sterling, how's everything with you? Mama Bear, great to see you. Lucas, thanks for being on. And like we talked on that first one, we had the long angle lens on, and when it does, and something gets as close as fuel rack 1, boy, all you get to see is literally the numbers. But everybody, thanks. Tony, like I said, everybody, Jesse's here. Hello, Mark. Thanks for being back on. And like I said, if there's anyone new, make sure you subscribe. Everybody, thanks for all the thumbs up. Man, wasn't 1231 cleaned up. The reason it was so fast, he dropped way back on us. So when Lucas said, hey, we've got light, that was him disconnecting down at the way down. So all he had to do was just run on up, throw a couple switches, get onto fuel rack 2, and go on back. That's why we didn't get the normal amount of time with him tonight. But we did get some close-up shots. And yes, Lucas is right. They even came in a golf cart tonight. This train will be sitting until early in the morning before it goes, but the gentlemen you saw, the train crew, the yard staff, all came through, went through it, get it ready, and it will go out when the crew comes on duty. John, good to see you. Todd, if I've missed any of your questions, please go ahead and toss them in with me now. Thanks, Dave, for staying. Don, thank you so much. Hello, Mark. How are you tonight? Thanks for being on with us. Like I said, I wanted to acknowledge everybody because I really haven't. There's been so much going on and what have you, this direction, that direction. I wanted to make sure that we didn't miss anything for y'all. the next generation of rail fans. I have to go back and read how we came to that, Todd. You're right. The BNSF locomotive is doing exactly that. He's spitting at y'all. We have another locomotive that's sitting right there. I'm not sure where he's going, but I am keeping an eye on him right behind us. You're right, Todd. She was purty.
Head into B4.
I like your comment, Nate. Yay, it's finally here. And yes,
Forward, cut away and get on.
IDK, yes. Ray is part of Rail Moments, and he is the photographer that is behind the scenes with us. And he also is the one that picks the composition pictures on the Sunday night Best of the Rails. Speaking of which, if you've not sent in your submissions for this week, please do. Sunday show, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Just drop them into railmoments.com. Stills or videos up to 30 seconds, but please, no music on your videos. It jams up the YouTube because of the fact of copyrighted music. And yes, Todd, we have had some connection issues. It looks like I see a conductor on the ground behind us here. I apologize for that. Real American Rail Band, boy, that does go back a while. Yeah, Ray is great people, and his photography skills are unbelievable. As Todd mentioned there, yes, he does go through the best of the rails for composition. Casey's not here tonight. Jesse with Whistleboard, but Casey is back at the studio tonight. We get a little growly there. Hey, Billy, thank you very much. All right, let's get back. We've got some action going on. I'll catch back on with y'all here. Take care of yourself. likes X what it is, we'll have to turn them off.
Right. That's crazy. 2 weeks ago to the day. Alright. Yeah, Nick liked this one.
You are wondering. It doesn't register when it gets so cold.
Maybe. Does it not do it like right in front of us?
No. It just gets stuck.
Do it on the hopper.
It's stuck on MCH, but it's showing still on the radar thing.
I wonder if it's the cold or the lack of light. Oh.
Again, technology is a question mark. that is. I'll let you all figure it out. Oh, did you? We got to film those going out, Mama Bear. I don't know if you saw them when we were on the cliff, but yes, we filmed the eco units leaving out the north end of the debut yard when we were on part 1, as Todd said, since we are currently on part 2 on our inbound train. They have these 4 locomotives slashed together and ready to go out in the morning. Actually, I don't know if they are all slashed together or not, or just pulled one behind the other. 2 groups of 2. Didn't hear, I'll make him say it louder. He might be real close here. Whoa. There, we'll back him up a little bit. Alright. Good. Hit us again. You're kind of large, but alright. No trouble seeing you, that's for sure. Alright.
Well, the first 2 locomotives with the BNSF locomotive and the ACE here. What did I say? 369?
369, I think, on the front too.
Right, we're pretty sure that these 2 are for train 369, and they will go on duty around midnight. And the second 2 locomotives are for T, as in train 45, and they go on duty at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that's what they, these engines, they didn't need a full servicing. These 2 right here, because as you remember towards the beginning of the video, we watched them come in, get taken off, do a little bit of shunting. I believe these were 127s, so they came down from Roanoke. They came in and their train was a bit too long, so they put a few cars on a different track, and they're good to go on their next run. They don't need fuel, they don't need anything. So the huddle of guys that you came out to see, they did some inspections, make sure everything's okay, just a little quick checkup. Not a full physical, just a quick checkup. And they're good to go on their next run, so they're just going to sit here until their next train. And the T45, that's a local. I believe T45 runs up north towards Dayton, pretty sure. So they'll go on duty at 6 in the morning, probably pick up some cars from here and head up that way. And then, like we saw with the Atlanta, I went had the KCS locomotive. We're thinking it might go up towards Knoxville, but there's a slight problem with that. Whenever locomotives go to the fuel racks, if it is not a Norfolk Southern locomotive, so any kind of foreign power, be it BNSF, KCS, Canadian Power, Union Pacific, whatnot, foreign power cannot lead a train after being on the fuel rack. They have to have a Norfolk Southern locomotive on the front. There are a couple exceptions, but it's only a few trains. So, neat little factoid there. So if the Atlanta is going to go towards Knoxville, the ACS unit will either stay here, or it'll be a mid-DPU or rear DPU. Most likely, if it goes up to Knoxville, up on the Bristol line, it'll end up being a mid-DPU. They don't normally run rear DPUs on that line. So we'll see if Mike wants to be right, we gotta do it. So yeah, that's what's up with these guys here. Back to you, Mike.
Adventurous. That's a mighty long word. Our inbound train continues to roll past us. And for those of you that are first time with us, you literally see this as Jesse and I do, just a few seconds behind. So you're hearing it like we hear it, you're seeing it literally with us. sitting way over there, is now leaving. Slug across on the other side with the mother locomotive. Good to have everybody on tonight. Thanks for being on with us. As you can hear, Jesse's here with Whistleboard Productions, and we're on the far side on the NS pass-through line. We have the coal train going out, switcher in the middle, an inbound train with a whole lot of sausages going by, and 4 locomotives literally sitting in the back of production 6, making this life-size and real. Oh, there's the end. Oh, yeah. The end will be the sausages. The end of the sausages is getting close. Colt, you're gonna run out of sausage. No Pepto cars. It feels colder than that. Yeah, it does. Moist. Yeah. Oh, just in time for the DPUs. Oh, what a chance. End of the train going right, end of the train going left.
Isn't that crazy how fast we say fast, but these locomotives brought those boxcars in, and now the switchers are already hooked up to them to get them started up over the hump.
In they come, out they go. Jesse was just discussing how long are we going to stay, and I think the answer to that is we got bacon in the freezer, do we? We're going to wait for him to shove those cars back, which I would assume will be shortly, and then we're probably going to call it a night, because it has been all kinds of fun. It is getting a little bit of chilly out here. This train crew, as you all heard Jesse talk earlier, is for Train 369. They're coming on duty at midnight.
We wait long enough, we'll beat them too.
Yeah. I think Lucas just sent us a note that it's 11 p.m.
Yeah. Every bit of it.
And since we have the short lens on, everything looks a little further away. Anybody new, please let us know. If you've got any questions, shout them out. Somebody on here will know the answer. Anybody out trackside other than Jesse and I, let us know. Anybody got anything newsy y'all want to share? Don't forget, subscribe, like, and have a good time. We'll be trackside someplace tomorrow. No idea where yet. Jesse thinks to keep my youth rolling, I need to get up early and go somewhere. He thinks early is 6. I think early is 10:30. We are going to have a problem meeting for breakfast on that timetable. But I do feel breakfast coming on at oh, where's my spot? Tracks Inn. Tomorrow. It's Saturday, and my favorite person works there on Saturday. She is so much fun to have breakfast with. She brings a whole new meaning to morning. Hanging out with the train crews at Tracks N having breakfast. And the gentleman that cooks there, let me tell you, he's got the secret to a fantastic omelet because he sautés all the vegetables first before he puts them in, wraps them in those eggs and nestles them all in with cheese. Oh, it just doesn't get any better. All right, y'all, how long do you think till we reverse 6178 back into the yard? And like I said again, if anybody has any questions, please shout them out. All right, Lucas's vote. He's going to move in 9 minutes. I know, Todd, if you haven't eaten at Tracks N, it's really great, especially on Saturday morning. And I believe the gentleman that cooks is, if my memory's right, because y'all know I struggle with that, but it's Daryl, if I remember correctly. And let me tell you, Daryl just makes a fantastic, not good, not great, but a fantastic omelet. Tony, I'm glad to see you're still up late tonight. Well, yes, Tony, Tracks N is second to Mrs. S. You are absolutely correct. It's Mrs. S first, Tracks N second. Want to guess how many minutes till they move 6178? Once they do, we're going to wrap it up for the night so we can take everything home, get it all charged, get it all ready, and go back out tomorrow. Jesse's going to check the forecast and see what is the temperature at 9 a.m. tomorrow according to our weather folks. But you're never right anyhow, but
according to the weather folks, it is going to be a whopping 40 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's better than 35 or 30.
Amen to that.
Tony, you're off tomorrow, so you're staying up late tonight, huh?
Oh boy. Might have to bump that to 8 o'clock.
Why, what's at 8?
Penn Central just hit Birmingham. It'll be here in the morning.
Lucas, did you hear that? Penn Central coming up from Birmingham on the AGS line. Aiden, are you listening? Everybody, y'all gonna have to get up early if y'all want to see the Penn Central.
They need to go now if they're down there. Lucas might have to borrow our lights.
And Lucas will let you borrow the lights, Jesse said. And then you let us know where he is. But Penn Central coming up the AGS line in the morning.
I'll open one eye, Mike will open half an eye.
And then I'll roll back over and Warren will call.
Yeah. It's here, it's here. I'm in bed, I'm in bed.
My idea will be send a picture.
Exactly.
just tuning in, yes, it's loud because all the locomotives, there are 4 locomotives sitting here with us. 2 groups of 2. There are trains going out. One comes on duty at midnight, one comes on duty at 6 a.m. here on track 1, just on this side of the derailer. Says we may have rain tomorrow. You got rain on yours? Wait a minute, he's in the middle of picture taking.
Alright.
Oh, Mama Bear, you get up way too early. You got to put in for a different shift. Lucas is saying at 3:45 has 12:31. That'll be a nice meet in the morning.
Look at that.
Whoa! How did it do it so well?
I don't know.
I didn't try. Everybody's left us. Here comes the U-Haul truck, lost. Saying, oh, wait a minute, this road doesn't go across the tracks. That big sign there says don't go past here. Locomotive 7765 going out tonight at midnight on Train 369. Yes, Tony, I can't imagine how many biscuits you make at Hardee's. They got the best darn biscuits, though. Oh. Couple of those pizzas. minutes, 8 minutes, and 10 minutes are all up on 6178 moving. So once our pass-through train is gone, we're going to say y'all see you in the morning, but not till that train's gone. There goes the Pepto-Bismol. So everybody get your train fill in. It's getting close to bedtime because, as y'all heard, Jesse wants to get up early in the morning for some reason. And I don't want Lucas to beat me to the tracks to see the Penn Central with all the paint peeled off of it. Or we don't want to miss the Atlanta going out of town on us. Jesse thinks we need to be up bright and early to catch 1231. Uh-oh, our pass-through train looks like he is rolling to a stop. Everything is rolled to a stop. Make sure Patches gets something too, Todd.